Why are you always tired? Like, you gotta ask yourself this question. Because if you live in if you live in the city, then it's quite fast paced. If you're quite young and you're working, everything around you is seeming to be moving very quickly. Whether you're still at school and you've got deadlines to meet, or if you're, working in a corporate world, that's also very fast. So everything goes quickly, and your energy is limited, and it's pretty much drained with the kind of things that you have to allocate your energy to. And the problem is you do get tired, and I feel the same. There are times where I'm extremely tired, but sometimes there was a point where I was tired every single day. And you just gotta ask yourself, why are you tired? And how you can fix that. Because when you have to give your energy to certain things, so whether that be school, whether that would be your job, whether that's, meeting up with friends, your family, and then you're also like other things, like if you were to go to the gym, sports, whatever, like your energy is being allocated portion by portion to certain things. But I would assume that it's either your work or school that's going to be the most draining. But yeah, you have a finite amount of energy, and you have to use that wisely. But most of the time, we don't end up using it wisely because of sleep. Because we don't have a good sleep pattern, a good sleep schedule. And when you don't have a good sleep schedule, you will feel that. You will definitely feel that. And it's not necessarily about getting, the recommended amount of 8 hours every single day. There's more to it. Building a good sleep habit or a schedule is so important, because it really does, it's the fuel that allows you to kind of go about your day. It's that being in a fully coming out being fully rested means your energy tank is full. So, it kind of, obviously sleep does a lot of things. Like, it regulates your hormones, it regulates your mood, blood pressure. Sleep is essentially one of the most fundamentally significant things that affect your life. And you can use it in a way, or you can use it positively with getting an adequate amount of sleep every single day, or you could use it in a negative way where you don't get enough sleep, and it kind of leaks into areas of your life that you don't want to leak into. I used to be like, when I was at uni, my sleep pattern was horrible. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was terrible. I would sometimes, it depends on like when, but sometimes I would sleep extremely late. I'm talking about 4 5 a.m. and even 6 a.m. sometimes. Whether that be because of having to work, like meet deadlines, which were mostly because of last minute. I left things to the last minute, or it would just be partying. And honestly, that even if I was to go to bed at like 5 a.m. and wake up around 1 p.m, 2 p.m, yes, you're getting, 8 hours or whatever, but that it doesn't mean that it's actually good for you, because it's all about having a consistent sleep schedule. So consistently going to bed at the same time and consistently waking up at the same time, because your body clock is wired in a certain way where it knows when you should, fall asleep, when it's time to rest, and when it's time to get up and start the day. So number one thing is making sure that you get to bed at the same time every single day, and you wake up every single day roughly around the same time. That's so crucial. And I've been very consistent with sleep, especially this year in 2023. I was towards the end of last year as well, but this year in 2023, I have been extremely consistent on it, and I've noticed in my mood. I've noticed changes in my performance, my productivity. I've noticed it in the way I kind of approach things now. And when I get a little bit less sleep, or when I get a bit distracted from that sleep, then I can feel it the next day, especially genuinely how I feel. And every single day I tend to go to bed around 10:30 p.m. I fall asleep around about 11 p.m. roughly. Obviously in the beginning it was hard, because I wouldn't fall asleep at 11 p.m. I'd go to bed at 10:30, but I'd probably stay until 12 sometimes. Just can't fall asleep. But once you condition that habit, it's just very easy. I can just go to bed 10:30 and I'll fall asleep. And it's all about kind of sticking to that plan, trusting the process, but sticking to the plan, and you will build that habit. And then I wake up around, waking up is a bit different. I try and wake up around the same time, but usually it's anywhere between 6 till about 8. And this is including weekends. It's just like Saturday and Sunday. And sometimes I wake up at 9 on a Saturday and Sunday, but usually it's around 6 to 8, somewhere around there. And it's quite important to have this, because even though it is a weekend and you want to lie in, you still feel rested, because I don't put an alarm on Saturday and Sunday. I just naturally wake up at around 8 anyway. So my body clock is just back in cycle, and it's really beneficial, because I feel so refreshed in the morning. I don't feel like I'm tired or anything like that. And it's because of having a consistent routine of sleep. And if I was to go back to being inconsistent, I 100% guarantee you it would be slow. My mornings would be so tired. I'd need to have a coffee as soon as I wake up, just to feel refreshed. And the first couple of hours of the morning wouldn't be productive. And actually, a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I went to my first party of the year. I've been deliberately just sticking to going to one party a month max. I'm not trying to go out a lot anymore, because it's just not, it's not beneficial for me, I don't think, especially with commitments throughout through midweek or weekdays. It's really hard to kind of, if you do end up going out on a Friday or Saturday, it's really hard to get back into that routine. So personally, I found it helpful to just have it maybe once a month, and it was because of my friend's birthday, so I've obviously got to go to that. But even though that was fun, I ended up going to bed that night. It was a Saturday. I probably went to sleep around 3 a.m. and number one, I was tired, and number two, even though I went to bed at 3 a.m, the next day I woke up at, I kid you not, I woke up around 7:30 a.m. So I basically had 4 hours of sleep. And because my body clock is so in tune of waking up in the morning around 6 to 8, I woke up at that time. I felt really tired, and not just in the morning, but the whole day. I was not up for it. The kind of after effects lingered on for the whole day, and it just made me realize, okay, this is what happens when I don't have consistent sleep. And imagine this was a regular thing, you know, a few years back. So that's why I really wanted to make this video, because I wanted to show, and you probably experienced this yourself actually, but I wanted to really highlight the fact that it's about the quality of sleep, and you get quality of sleep by consistently going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time, forming a routine which forms a habit, and that's when you start seeing the proper benefits. And I honestly, let me know if you already, you know, have a kind of a strict sleep routine, because and let me know if you've actually experienced any of the benefits as well of just being refreshed and getting ready for the day, and, you know, feeling so productive. Because I can't be the only one on this, but genuinely, if you don't have a good sleeping pattern, I urge you to just try it. You know, give yourself that 1 month of a reset, and just try it and let me know how it goes. And honestly, one thing is that I would love to have a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or something where you basically it tracks your sleep. So there's obviously cycles in sleep. You've got your REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement. You've got deep sleep, which is super important to have deep sleep. And apparently using a Fitbit or an Apple Watch, it tracks that kind of cycles. And that's quite cool, because I want to see, you know, what stages I'm entering deep sleep, etc. And but no, that's probably one for the future, maybe, if I end up buying one of them. But for now, it's just about focusing on getting quality sleep by having a routine, and it will really give you so much energy. And you don't need to take supplements, you don't need to buy energy drinks, because once you have a steady, you know, routine of deep sleep every single day, that is your fuel, and that will definitely be more than enough. But let me know how it goes. I'll see you in the next video.